Hi, it's Deb Lange here, and we're having a series of conversations with Deb Helfrich and myself about my book, Trust Your Senses, Embodied Wisdom for the Modern Age. And so, Deb, you wanted to tell me all about how you used to learn at school and what you've rediscovered since you were reading the book.
Well, the subtitle, the bit about embodied wisdom, is something I learned as an adult. And I think my life would be so much different if I hadn't had to learn it at such a late age. But I discovered that I'm really a very kinesthetic learner, which means that movement helps me really understand and learn and process a lot of information. Of course, back in the day, in the 70s, I was taught to sit still and just read and be quiet and don't fidget and all these kinds of things. And so I invented my own way of pulling some movement into learning. And what I did was basically learn how to write and use the movement of writing and making big words and sometimes, making all kinds of arrows and all kinds of charts in my notes. I used that ability to use movement with my pen and paper to help me learn. And I think back through all my notebooks in high school and college and whatever, and it was always just a bunch of random things. Nobody could ever use my notes except me, because there was just, it's how I brought movement into learning. And because I couldn't get up and I couldn't pace, which always when I would be on phone calls as an adolescent, I would just have a pacing route because that movement helped me to really have fun and talk and play and have joy. And just sitting and learning is really very constraining, I feel, for a lot of us. So I wanted to bring up that embodied wisdom nugget is something that a lot of people as adults might really want to explore. That there's probably things that they could be doing, talking with their hands or moving or dancing or just humming and, those kind of things really help us learn. If you think about what you do on social media and all of the electronic stuff, the way we're just on a screen and we're not moving, we reinforce that real stillness that I think is why we have no comprehension. Like, we don't even remember, we know that we probably read 20 articles today, but when you search your mind, you're like, well, what was it about? I think it's that lack of movement that we just keep scrolling and scrolling and are just focused. And embodying our wisdom, finding ways to bring movement, walks, and all those kinds of things, breaks to go and just have a breath of fresh air, pop our head out the window, splash a little cold water on our face. Those kind of things, when we need to retain information we're reading, using our body to help us is a fantastic way to do so.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. And it's really interesting because when you watch this video, you are very movement oriented. So am I. Like if you try and talk and I had to, have my hands strapped alongside my body, it really restricts me. And in fact, I love standing and talking because it just gives me more room to move and to express what I'm moving. But, I sort of play with the idea. Can you imagine in a business office where people were sitting in a meeting and then there was time out, everybody stand up, everybody walk around the room, now sit down and now we'll start again. And just having moments of stopping the focus, letting your body process what's been happening and then start again or, go on with it. What a difference that would make to people's energy, their attention, the ideas that would pop up. I think, there are people now having walk and talk meetings, but even within a meeting inside an office, I think introducing movement rather than just, sitting or even standing still in a stand-up meeting could actually make a world of difference.
I think so too.
I'm so excited to hear that. And if you're listening in and you've got a story about what you do in terms of movement and how that helps you learn, please share it with us. And I've got 5 vouchers for a Kindle book. If you send us a message and share with us how you use movement to learn, 5 people can get a voucher to get a Kindle book free. And then you can have a conversation and share what you got out of the book. So awesome, Deb. So great. So keep moving.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.